Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
Good evening. I need a deep breath. It's been a hard week for many in the world around us. We think, of course, of everyone around the world and our Jewish brothers and sisters in Israel this week. And we hope that all of us can gather in this moment strength and joy and peace in being here and bringing in Shabbat. And it's really wonderful to be here with you. I want to especially welcome Andres Heisler, who spoke last night along with Paul Shapiro in our wonderful program on the Jews of Hungary and the Jewish community of Hungary, and on anti-Semitism there as well. But it was so wonderful to learn from them and to do this event in honor of our beloved Rabbi Laszlo Berkowitz. Just a wonderful program. And we're here also congratulating Talia as she prepares to step up to the Torah tomorrow morning and become Bat Mitzvah. We wish her congratulations to her and to her family. And we're so glad and grateful to be lifted up by the music of High Notes Band.
So we'll get started singing together, Shiru Ladonai, Sing Unto God a New Song, page 344. That with us.
Before we continue with the service, as Cantor Michael and I make our way up to the bima, just look around and meet those around you might not know and greet each other.
Gary. I can remember that because it rhymes.
We turn to page 2 for our candlelighting, pages 2 and 3, the reading on page 3 and the blessing on the opposite page. And in honor of Talia's becoming B'nai Mitzvah, we invite her parents, Shayna and Greg, to the bima for the lighting of the candles.
As these Shabbat candles give light to all who behold them, so may we, by our lives, give light to all who behold us. As their brightness reminds us of the generations of Israel who have kindled light, so may we, in our own day, be among those who kindle light. O source of light and truth, creator of the eternal law of goodness, help us to find knowledge by which we live. Lead us to take the words we shall speak into our hearts and our lives. Bless all who enter this sanctuary in need, all who bring the offerings of their hearts. May our worship lead us to acts of kindness, peace, and love.
Ata Adonai, Eloheinu melech ha'olam, asher kitshanu b'mitzvotav, v'tzivanu lehadlik ner shel We welcome Shabbat by singing together psalms of joy and gratitude. Let's join together on page 16, Zamru Ladonai. turn to page 20 for Lachado D. We'll sing together verses 1, 2, 5, and 9. And when we reach verse 9, I'll invite you to rise as you're comfortable and face the doors as we welcome in Shabbat. We'll stay standing through Baruch Hu. Lachado D.
To page 28 for the Baruch Hu, beginning the main part of our service with this call to prayer.
Yai lai lai, yai lai lai lai, yai lai 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 lai, yai lai lai, yai lai lai lai, yai lai 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 lai, yai lai 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 lai, yai lai 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 lai, yai lai 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 lai, yai lai 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 lai. Barechu et Adonai HaMevorach, Baruch Adonai HaMevorach le'olam va'ed.
Turn to page 30, and I invite you, if you're comfortable, to join me in this Hebrew blessing, recognizing the separation of day from night and praising God for all the acts of creation that bring that about. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher bidvaro mariv aravim בחוכמה פותח שערים, ובתבונה משנה עתים, ומחליף את הזמנים, ומסדר את הכוכבים במשמרותיהם ברקיע כרצונו. בורא יום ולילה, גולל אור מפני חושך, וחושך מפני אור. ומעביר יום ומביא לילה, ומבדיל בין יום ובין לילה, אדוני צבאות שמו. אל חי וקיים, תמיד נמלוך עלינו לעולם ועד. ברוך אתה אדוני, המעריב ערבים. And would you read responsively with me in the prayer on page 33? Wisdom and wonder, passion and instruction, story and symbol. All these things your Torah gives to us. And the more we devote ourselves to it, the more it grows and gives. What could be a truer token of your abiding love than this holiest of your works and the living language that gives it form? Baruch atah Adonai, Ohev Amo Yisrael.
Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Baruch Shem, Kevod Malchuto,
Please be seated. Ve'ahavta et Adonai Elohecha v'chol levavcha u'v'chol nafshecha u'v'chol meodecha ve'hayu hadvarim ha'ele asher anochi mitzavecha hayom al levavecha v'shinantam levanecha v'dibarta bam v'shivtecha bevetecha uv'lechtecha v'derech uv'shochbecha uv'kumecha ukshatam leot al yadecha v'hayu letotafot beineinecha וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך ובשעריך, למען תזכרו ועשיתם את כל מצוותיי, והייתם קדושים לאלוהיכם. אני אדוני אלוהיכם, אשר הוצאתי אתכם מארץ מצרים, להיות לכם לאלוהים. אני אדוני אלוהיכם. We join in the interpretive translation of those scriptural words on page 37. Love your God with every heartbeat, with every breath, with every conscious act. Together, keep in mind the words I command you today. Teach them to your children. Talk about them at work, whether you are tired or you are rested. Let them guide the work of your hands. Keep them in the forefront of your vision. Do not leave them at the doorway of your house or outside your gate. They are reminders to do all of my mitzvot so that you can be holy for God. I am Adonai, your God. I led you out of Egypt to become your God. I am Adonai, your God. And these words that bring us into the song of the sea, the song of our redemption on page 39, I invite you to join all of us reading these words together. Standing on the parted shores of history, we still believe what we were taught before we ever stood at Sinai's foot, that wherever we go, it is eternally Egypt, that there is a better place, a promised land, that the winding way to that promise passes through the wilderness, that there is no way to get from here to there except by joining hands, marching together. Mi Chamocha, page 40.
Mi chamocha, ba'elim Adonai. Mi chamocha, neder b'kodesh. Nora, tehilot, oseh, felech, nora, tehilot, oseh, felech, malchutecha ra'u v'necha, bokeyem lifnei Moshe u'Miriam, ze'edi anu ve'amru, ze'edi anu ve'amru, Adonai, yimloch le'olam va'ed, Adonai, yimloch le'olam va'ed. Yai, lai, 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 lai. Yai, lai, 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 lai. Yai, lai, yai, lai, lai, lai. Yai, lai, 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 lai. ונאמר כי פדה אדוני את יעקב וגאלו מיד חזק ממנו. ברוך אתה אדוני גאל ישראל.
And as we join together in Hashkivenu, we think in this prayer for peace and for rest and for security and for safety. We think of our obligation to bring safety to all of those who are vulnerable in our community and all those in communities around the world whom we can reach through our actions. Hashkivenu, page 42.
Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu leshalom v'hamidenu shomreinu lechaim. Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu leshalom v'hamidenu shomreinu lechaim. Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu leshalom v'hamidenu shomreinu lechaim. והעמידנו שומרנו לחיים. I invite you to rise as you're comfortable as we turn to the Amidah, which begins on page 46. Adonai safatai tiftach ufi agid tehilatecha. Adonai, open up my lips that my mouth may declare your praise. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu, Elohei avotenu v'imotenu, Elohei Avraham, Elohei Yitzchak, Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rachel, Elohei Leah, Ha'el Hagadol, Hagibor v'Hanora, El Elyon, Gomel Chasadim Tovim, V'konei Hakol, V'zocher Chastei Avot V'imahot, Umevi Geula Livnei V'neihem, L'ma'an Shemo Be'ahava, Melech Ozer U'Moshia U'Magen, Baruch Atah Adonai, Magen Avraham, Be'ezrat Sarah, page 50. Atah Gibor le'olam Adonai, Mechaye hakol, Atah Rav le'hoshia, Mashiv haruach, Umorid hagashem, Mechalkel chayim bechesed, Mechaye hakol berachamim rabim, Somech noflim verofech olim, Umatir asurim, Umekayem emunato, Lisherei afar, Micha mocha ba'al gevurot, Umido melech, Melech memit, Umechaye, Umat miach Yeshua, V'ne'emah natal hachayot hakol, Baruch atah Adonai, Mechaye hakol. Page 52. Atah kadosh v'shimcha kadosh, U'kadoshim b'chol yom, Yehalelu chaseda, Baruch atah Adonai, Ha'el HaKadosh. Please be seated. Let's read together in English on the top of page 55. May these hours of rest and renewal open our hearts to joy and our minds to truth. May all who struggle find rest on this day. May all who suffer find solace. May all who hurt find healing on this day. May all who despair find purpose. May all who hunger find fulfillment on this day. And may this day fulfill its promise. Baruch atah Adonai, Mekadesh HaShabbat. Ritzeh on page 56. Ritzeh Adonai Eloheinu be'amcha Yisrael. Ritzeh Adonai Eloheinu be'amcha Yisrael. U'tefilatam we turn to page 60 for a prayer, one of the prayers we need the most, one of our prayers for peace, Shalom Rav. We hope you'll join us in singing. Shalom Rav, Yisrael Amcha, Tasim le'olam. Shalom Rav, Yisrael Amcha, Tasim le'olam. Ki ata Let's continue privately for a moment with the prayers of our prayer books, our Sidurim, the prayers of our hearts. We'll come back together in just a few moments. Shalom bimromav, hu ya'aseh shalom aleinu. Oseh shalom bimromav, hu ya'aseh shalom aleinu. Oseh shalom bimromav, hu ya'aseh shalom aleinu. Ya'aseh shalom, ya'aseh shalom, shalom aleinu. So many of us come with prayers for peace and for joy, and so many of us also come with sorrow, with mourning, and with prayers of healing. We want to think of all those who are in need of healing of mind, body, and spirit. I'll share our synagogue Mishaberach list, and then if you have a name to add, I'll invite you to do so as my hand passes through the congregation. We're thinking about Alon ben Barbara, David Albert, Fuma Hana bet Hinda Yenta ve'Israel Pavel, Elizabeth Drabkin, Karen Halpern, Daniel Herman, Seth Lukash, Marcia Mann, Margie Reisberg Goldstein, and Hugh Rips. We think of all of those who are victims of violence around the world. This week we especially acknowledge those hostage families like the Bibas family who did not get to see their loved ones returned home, and we think of them, we hold them specially in our hearts. We think of those who are in service to our country who need emotional, physical, and spiritual healing. And to bring about healing, we sing on page 253 a Mishaberach for them.
Shabbat Shalom. This Torah portion of the week, which picks up soon after the Israelites have come out of Egypt and entered the wilderness, has two verses that have become famous. We quote them all the time. One of them is even etched on the wall above the entrance to the sanctuary. This is the portion in which the people receive the instructions for building the Mishkan, the tabernacle they will carry with them in the wilderness and use for their religious gatherings. So outside the sanctuary, we have memorialized God's words, V'asuli mikdash v'shachanti betocham. Let them make me a sanctuary that I may dwell among them. Beautiful words with a powerful message, especially to hear while sitting in this synagogue that was built and then added to again by all of us, each doing our part to create a space that feels sacred, holy, like a communal home. The other verse is that first instruction from God to Moses as they begin their work to build the Mishkan. Tell the Israelites to bring me gifts. I've always been a little uncomfortable with this verse, and I think my difficulty comes from the word gift. To me, a gift is something you give freely, but this gift is being commanded. I often translate the word truma differently to capture the fact that it is more than a gift. It's really a contribution, an offering. But then the next part of the verse brings us back to that strange word that makes me nervous, gift. You shall accept gifts from me, from every person whose heart is so moved. Oh, so we don't really have to give this gift, it seems. But alas, it's not true. We can't be fooled that this gift is really a choice. It is a supreme obligation. The message here is that it is about intention and the spirit of giving. It is both a mandatory gift and at the same time one which we can only give when our heart so moves us. It's a duty the Israelites are to fulfill after they are able to cultivate the desire to do so. They have to learn to make an obligatory contribution with love. We know from many aspects of our lives the obligations that can only be filled correctly if they are done with love. For example, I am currently mentally preparing myself to teach a child to drive. This will require love. One cannot parent at all without love. Some might say one can't make a challah worthy of the mitzvah of Shabbat without love. Certainly, one cannot care for an aging parent or help a friend cope with the death of a spouse without love. So many of the things we do that have deep meaning are on one hand sacred obligations, and on the other can only be done with a heart that is moved to give. If we are lucky, gifts of love are also part of our work. I've been thinking about this a lot, as twice over the last few weeks I met with federal workers along with members of the clergy team in rooms full of temple members who were wrestling with the turmoil of the last month. The thousands of terminations of jobs in our area and really all over the country of people who work for the government. The uncertainty, anxiety, and fear these people are feeling is so real for us here, even if they may feel distant to many people in other parts of the country who are less connected to government work. I opened the first of these meetings with a humble and simple invitation designed to create space for these members to share their experiences and concerns. The first temple member to take the microphone was a manager in one of the big government agencies who had undoubtedly spent the last 3 weeks guiding and comforting her colleagues as they faced deadlines to quit their jobs and emails of insults and ultimatums to make impossible decisions. They were being made to feel that their contributions were worthless. The person who stood up first clearly knew what her partners in public service needed. She knew that what was going on here was not just the practical injustice being done, putting people's jobs at risk for no good reason. It wasn't only the disregard of the law, the violations of their contracts, or the destruction and suffering that these cuts will have on vulnerable communities all around the world. She spoke to the human element that is so powerful for the many federal employees in our community. She said to them what we need to say whenever we can. So we say now to our government workers, your contributions matter. We appreciate everything you offer of yourselves every day you go to work. We see your dedication. We understand that you didn't just happen to find yourself in federal service. You took your job because your heart was moved. Your work is a gift of love. This Shabbat, I hope all of us will look to each other and recognize all of the gifts we give each other, obligatory, of free will, or however they come from and to us. I hope we will let ourselves be moved to offer each other support, help, love, and the appreciation that comes from knowing our obligations are filled from the heart. Amen, and Ken Yehi Ratzon, may it be God's will. As we turn to the concluding blessings of our service, the Aleinu on page 282. I invite Talia to help with this prayer and open the ark with me as I ask the congregation if you're able to rise.
Aleinu לשבח לאדון הכל, לתת גדולה ליוצר בראשית, שהוא נוטה שמיים ויוצר הארץ, ומושב יקרו בשמיים ממעל, ושכינת עוזו בגובהי מרומים, הוא אלוהינו אין עוד. ואנחנו קוראים ומשתחווים ומודים לפני מלך מלכי המלכים הקדוש ברוך הוא.
You may be seated as the ark is closed.
Page 287. May we gain wisdom in our lives, overflowing like a river with understanding, loved each of us for the peace we bring to others. May our deeds exceed our speech, and may we lift up our hand but to conquer fear and doubt and despair. Together.
Rise up like the sun, O God, over all humanity. Cause light to go forth over all the lands between the seas, and light up the universe with the joy of wholeness, of freedom, and of peace.
ונאמר והיה אדוני למלך על כל הארץ ביום ההוא יהיה אדוני אחד ושמו
As we prepare for the Mourner's Kaddish, I invite you to take a few moments and reflect on these readings that are on the pages between page 288 and 294, or just to reflect on the memory of someone you loved. As I share these names of loved ones in our community, I invite you, if I name your loved one, to rise and remain standing so that we can be of support to you in your time of remembrance. We remember the following people for whom we are observing Shloshim, who have been buried in the last 30 days. Ginger Ansel, wife of David. Herb Raphael, father of Dan. Peggy Myers, mother of James. Larry Rabin, father of Randy Karotkin. Ellen Stein Schwartzbaum, mother of Deborah Schwartz. Rick Bromberg, husband of Fran. Tony Freza, husband of Marcia. Robert Cohen, father of Fawn Gottlieb. William Frechtel, father of Peter. And we remember the following people for whom we are observing yahrzeits this week. Norman Agan, Isaac Axman, Sadie Banker, Charles Becker, Sidney Beagleson, Meyer Brandman, Ben Zion Budenstein, Henry Burkett, Harry Chernock, Shirley Cohen, Samuel Cohn, Evelyn Cohn, Sylvia Deshevsky, Ethel Datz, Elizabeth Dingfelder, Larry Easley, Lily Ellis, Harvey Fenster, Shirley Fox, Paul Freeman, Robert Friedman, Richard Friedman, Sigmund Front, Nora Geyer, Ruth Gerchik, Leo Gerechter, Leonard Gould, Robert Greenberg, Marilyn Haddon, Robert Hallmark, Denver Heald, Sidel Iskowitz, Roy John, Lois Kempner, David Krieger, Ann Lempel, Herbert Laufman, Isaac Levin, Harriet Levy, Edwin Locke, Jack Loeb, David Lomax, Stuart Lubert, Irving Manis, Robert Novick, Naomi Olstein, Lindsay Orkand, Sidney Osikow, Joan Osikow, Samuel Padnick, Frida Pisakowitz, Barbara Plotnick, Benjamin Posner, Charlotte Rappaport, Adrienne Rieger, Shirley Rosenberg, Jerome Rosenblum, Norman Rosenthal, Nathan Shine, Jacob Schlesinger, Paul Schneider, Leo Schneider, Marie Schooner, Leon Shands, Terry Schinder, Donna Siegel, Evelyn Silver, Robert Silverman, David Smiley, Janice Solomon, James Stegman, Leonard Suslowitz, Amit Weinschenzer, Charles Weisberg, Martin Wimmer, Benjamin Zeitlin, those who might have fallen in service to our country in recent days, and those who have died in violence around the world. And I invite you to add names to this list if you would like, or to say a name again for me if I might have mispronounced the name of your loved one. We remember all of them with love and with gratitude, and now we all as a community rise to join our mourners in support. And on page 294, we share these words. Yitgadal v'yitkadash shemei Rabbah, be'amad yivrachi rutei v'yamlich malchutei, b'chayechon v'yomechon, v'chayei d'chol Beit Yisrael, ba'agala u'vizman kari v'imru amen. Yehi Shemei Rabbah Mevarach Le'alam O'amei Omaya. Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitramam v'yitnaseh. V'yithadar v'yitalev v'yithalal. Shemei Dukudsha B'richu. Le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata. Tush b'chata v'nechemata. Da'amiran be'oma v'imru. Amen. Yehi Shalama Rabbah min Shemaya. V'chayim aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael. V'imru. Amen. Oseh Shalom bimromav, hu ya'aseh Shalom, aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael, v'imru, amen. May the source of peace and peace to all who mourn, and comfort to all who are bereaved. Amen. Please be seated. It's a pleasure to invite Jeremy Sandler, who is a member of our board, our secretary, to come forward for some greetings.
Shabbat Shalom, everyone.
Shabbat Shalom.
Let me just first say Talia Mazel Tov. Congrats on your bat mitzvah tomorrow. I hope it's a wonderful weekend for you and your family. On behalf of the TRS Executive Board and the Leadership Council, I am honored to welcome you all to our worship service tonight. It is great to be together, whether you are in person or you are joining us via streaming. If you are new to TRS, it would be a joy to welcome you properly and tell you more about our wonderful community. And if you heard Rabbi Sachs's Devar Torah and the anecdote he said regarding recent conversations with people in the federal workforce, you can tell just how wonderful a community we are. Please feel free to approach one of the clergy or me to say hello during the Oneg reception after the service. In the meantime, please see the inside of your program for a selection of our upcoming programs, including our Artists in Residence and Discover Shabbat. Our entire program calendar and details can be found in the latest edition of The Connection and on our website. And certainly we hope to see you again soon. Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom. Thank you so much, Jeremy. I'd like to invite everyone and Talia to come join me as we recite the Kiddush. We're on page 5, and I'll invite you to please rise as you're comfortable. Stand right here. 1, 2, 3. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam borei peri hagafen. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kitshanu b'mitzvotav v'ratzavanu v'shabbat kodsho be'ahava uvratzon hinchilanu zikaron lema'aseh v'reishit ki hu yom techida lemikra'e kodesh zecher l'tziat Mitzrayim kivanu v'charta ve'otanu kidashta mikol ha'amim v'shabbat kodshecha be'ahava uvratzon hinchatanu. Baruch atah Adonai mekadesh hashabbat. Amen. L'chaim. You can drink it if you want, just choose.
As we prepare for our closing song, I just remind us, if you would, to please, when we are finished after our closing song and benediction, take your programs and close them and put them back on the music stands that you'll find on the way out.
Let's sing together Shalom Aleichem. Shalom Aleichem, Malachei Hasharet, Malachei Elyon, Melech, Malachei Hamlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Boachem l'shalom, Malachei Hashalom, Malachei Elyon, Melech, Malachei Hamlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Barchuni l'shalom, Malachei Hashalom, Malachei Elyon, Melech, Malachei Hamlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Tzedchem l'shalom, Malachei Hashalom, Malachei Elyon, Melech, Malachei Hamlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu.
Shalom Aleichem, Boachem l'shalom, V'tzeitchem l'shalom. Come in peace and go in peace. And just as we have come into this very peaceful place, may we go out in peace and bringing peace and blessing to our communities and to the world. Amen and Shabbat Shalom.